Movie notes on No Reservations, 2007 film, 13 October 2024 viewing. Yes, video number 3. Second movie featuring food and family, very prominently. Okay, like as in food industry / business and family. So I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And these are my movie notes. Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Norway and the United States of America. Okay. Currently residing in the Seattle area, greater Seattle area. And so my notes for this viewing of the 2007 film, No Reservations. This is my description, and I'll go through my notes for this viewing. So this is one that I bought, and nobody in my family had seen it when I was growing up, and I bought it, and so we actually watched it after I bought it. So it was a different viewing history for the family. And my sister was on her way out. My sister graduated in 2008. And this came out in 2007. So it's it didn't really capture her attention. So this film is about, and this is relevant because it's a fiction film about a female chef at a fine dining restaurant adapting to life following the death of her sister and inheriting parental responsibility of her sister's only child, a daughter, including so there's that happens, and then the adapting part, including sharing head chef duties with a newly hired male chef. So there's a bunch of, she works at this fine dining restaurant, and things are going well for the most part. And she has the sister, and her sister has one child, a daughter, and the mom of the child, her sister, dies, and so she gets inheritance parental responsibilities of the sister's only child, the daughter, and then so she's kind of adapting to that, but then also adapting to, they brought in a new chef, and it's a male, and so it's kind of a falling in love story merged with incorporating, all of a sudden she has a child to care for, right? In a parental capacity. And so because she was single and alone and not seeing anybody and not really interested in seeing anybody, so there was and the man is interested in her, the new hired male chef, so there's all of a sudden there's a man and a child, right? And the child is a few years old, so it's kind of maximal impact achieved, right? In her life, especially since she's kind of the very prim and proper, and everything has to be to a T, and kind of obsessive compulsive kind of thing. If she even prepares fine dining dishes for her therapist, kind of thing, in the office, in his office. So yeah, okay. So I really enjoy it. I'm happy I bought it. I can have really big swings on how I feel about the movie, depending on what kind of is going on in my life when I do it. So this was a good viewing. I'll say, how do I feel about fine dining? I actually have a fine dining playlist on this channel, Tanis Leonhardi, at least currently. So this might go in there as a movie. Yeah, that sticks with the fine dining concept throughout. So how do I feel about fine dining? I eat the same things 7 days a week. I prefer restaurants with fixed menu offerings, non-fine dining or fine dining. So I guess for me, fine dining is it's more I have a preference for restaurants that keep the menu the same, if that makes sense. I don't like a bunch of new things, and I'm not a creature of habit. Okay, the only thing that changes each day is what I have for dinner. And when I lived on my own, I would have the same thing for dinner 4 days a week. So really, it's really okay. So fine dining or non-fine dining, I like my staples. Okay. So there's my addressing the fine dining thing. It's not exactly fine dining in terms of we're opening it up to nothing is really an issue. Then I like stable menu offerings. Now about the child component of this is one that I watched, and I was an interesting one, because I grew up and I was I do not want to have children. I would never have children, but I do not want to have children. And this is one where I was kind of I do not really want male children, period. There was only, like, for my heart of hearts growing up, like, the only kind of, I think it was, I had pet rodents growing up, and 100% were female rodents. Okay. Not that I don't love the male squirrels. I love the male squirrels and I love the female squirrels and stuff. But, like, my heart of hearts has kind of always been female, including pets. I have not ever had a pet cat. I have not ever had a pet dog. I've not ever been pregnant or had a human children. So if I ever have human offspring, I want my first one to be a female. If her falling in love with her man and or men feels anything like it has for me, I want me, her dad, and the squirrels to be a part of the journey. Timber says, yes! I shall mold her into my image. Okay. She also says, Timber, also says, maybe she could get her degree with her. So, like, the daughters, like, at the same time, they come through and I am each of their advisor. So she can, yeah. So she gets to go to school with her human sister. And so begins a long lineage, squirrels included, of female physicists. Maybe she even comes home quoting Heisenberg to her dad. This is the female one child. Right? She comes home and she's just quoting Heisenberg to us. We live in a Heisenberg house. Okay. And who knows, maybe she even puts something above the door. This is the Heisenberg house. We're like, okay, I am part German. Okay, by ancestral origins. And he could not be happier about the quoting of Heisenberg. Only question, do I get to dance with her like in Pride and Prejudice? Imagine a mother and daughter out there. Is that how she meets her soulmate? Mr. Darcy comes through for her. Oh, that'd be so pretty. Do I have any other questions on that? If I won more than one Nobel Prize and she was alive, do I get to carry her on stage for the Nobel lecture? And she's old enough and it's a fit. That would be like mother like daughter. No. But I didn't want, yes. Oh, that would be something. Okay. So, and any other food inspired things? Yes. When I was growing up, I wrote up a full restaurant menu and had my mom order from it. Then I made her the food. I did it just for her, to pamper her. I've had dreams, but it was like really legitimately like only serving my mom. Okay. So I have actually done that. I have had no interest in working in the food industry / owning a restaurant. If I had a bunch of money, I would be more likely to purchase a movie studios. Can I put Anne Hathaway in charge? And or a television network? Can I put Meryl Streep in charge? Than a restaurant format business? Talk to my men if you want us as owners. They might be into that. They are the food gurus. If pushed, why not roll out a nationwide new theater, if not already existing? So like theater, we want to go to the theater. Roll out a nationwide new theater line with the television network I buy. So for the theater line, can I put Scarlett Johansson in charge? So we're talking like bougie levels, like super bougie. Like we're going big on the dreams for this movie notes. So yeah, that's what I came up with, and it doesn't. Well, I can't spoil it. You guys gotta watch it. It's a good one. I was in a good mood when I was watching this one, and it really clicked. It's like one of those movies. It's like it can be 5, 5, 5, 1 star, 5, 5, 5. And this is a 5-star viewing. So that's my movie notes on No Reservations, 2007 film, 13 October 2024 viewing.